Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. In this presentation, I will be talking about coronavirus that has devastated our society from 2019 until even now. I've divided my presentation into 4 big topics. First of all, I will talk about the concept of coronavirus. Second of all, I will show you guys the comparison between coronavirus and other diseases. Third of all, we'll look at the start and cause of coronavirus. Finally, we'll look at the effect of coronavirus. Before I end my presentation, I'll give you guys a short quiz. So the coronavirus is a type of RNA viruses that can both affect humans and animals. So the symptom of RNA viruses ranges from mild to lethal. Mild being just a common cold, and lethal being COVID-19, MERS, or SARS. And the COVID-19 is the coronavirus that affected our society nowadays. As for the etymology of coronavirus, the word corona comes from Latin, meaning wreath or crown. So as you can see in this diagram, the thing that sticks out of this coronavirus particle resembles to a crown, so they named it coronavirus. The size of the coronavirus particle is approximately between 80 to 120 nanometer, but in certain cases it can go up to 200 nanometer in diameter. The origin of coronavirus is still controversial, but most scientists believe that the first coronavirus occurred is 55 million years ago. Now I will compare coronavirus with other diseases. So coronavirus seems to be much less dangerous than Black Death, but that's not actually true because we had a cure for Black Death at that time. We didn't have a cure for Black Death at that time, but we do for coronavirus. So what I'm trying to say is if there was no cure for coronavirus, then it could have affected as the same scale as Black Death. So nevertheless, coronavirus is the most dangerous disease in this century, in the past 20 years, because it has the highest number of deaths, and then it exceeds the most public health emergency diseases, for example, H1N1, Ebola, and Zika. And it also has the fastest pandemic speed, so coronavirus needed all government and all society to restrain it. Now I'll talk about the start of coronavirus. So the real name of coronavirus is SARS/CoV/2, but how did the person actually get it? So the first person to be identified to get this virus was in December 2019 in Wuhan, China. The person got it after eating a food because the coronavirus jumps from species to species between mammals and birds, and it eventually comes to human. And the second way is through the mouth, nose, or eyes. So to prevent the coronavirus to get into your body, the first method that our society came up with was to wear a mask. The basic symptoms of coronavirus is right here.
Can you read some of them?
Okay.
Yeah.
Fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, tiredness, muscle or body aches and aches, new loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting, and diarrhea. And another effect of coronavirus is poverty and inequality. So as the population decreased, there emerged income losses, and that led to inequality. And as for poverty, the one reason is lockdown. So because of lockdown, there emerged a lack of workers, and that led to economic loss and eventually poverty. So before I end my presentation, I want to give you guys a short quiz.
Can you read the question?
Why is it called coronavirus? The hint is etymology.
Etymology.
Corona comes from Latin America.
And the second question is, when was the first COVID case reported?
For human? 2019.
And then the third question is, what led to economic loss and lack of worker?
Lockdown.
Yeah, lockdown. Yeah, that was the end of the quiz.